Surrey take charge through Burns and Clarke. Following a rain-interrupted day 1, Surrey looked to Burns and Folkes to pick up where they left off at the crease and build on a solid first innings display. Hampshire aware that breaking the partnership early would be vital to their hopes of victory. And it would be more of the same from Burns at the start of day 2. A flurry of boundaries from the captain saw him bring up a 150 partnership with Folkes. The visitors 231 for 3. A boundary off of Edwards then saw Burns go to 151 off 199 balls. Just one run short of a 200 partnership, Burns was finally dismissed by Taylor. Surrey now sitting at 282 for 4. The following over saw Folkes suffer the same fate, Edwards trapping him LBW just 10 runs short of a century. It had taken a while, but Steyn claimed his first county championship wicket. Curran's attempt to deal with his delivery sailed to Adams, Surrey 312 for 6. An extended morning session at the Ageas Bowl saw the visitors reach lunch 333 for 6 after 87 overs. Hampshire would have been glad to see the back of Burns after the Surrey captain's devastating innings. Pope took the game to the Hampshire bowling attack in the afternoon, and he had no problem finding the boundary. Clarke tried to follow his partner's lead, but facing an Edwards delivery, he was out-caught, leaving his side 345 for 7. After waiting so long for his first wicket, it didn't take long for Steyn to claim his second. Dernbach trapped LBW for just 6, with Steyn's compatriot Morkel the next man out to the crease. Pope's fearless approach against Edwards finally backfired as he hooked a short one to McManus, Surrey 364 for 9. In the battle between Steyn and Morkel, the latter drew first blood, striking a boundary. An Edwards 5 signalled the end of the Surrey first innings. Verdi bowled for a duck, and the visitors all out for 368. It wasn't an ideal start to the Hampshire innings, as a Dernbach delivery tempted Weatherly into an ill-judged stroke. Morkel's first spell with the ball saw him smashed away for 4 by Vince. Alongside Adams, the Hampshire skipper led his side to the tea break on 32 for 1, the home side trailing Surrey by 336. Vince's innings came to an end shortly after the restart. He edged a Clarke delivery to Borthwick for just 14. Adams then followed his captain back to the pavilion just 4 overs later. He was out leg before, a second wicket of the evening session for Clarke. A first championship wicket for Morkel arrived when Irvine edged behind. The hosts found themselves 60 for 4. Rousseau and McManus were tasked with getting Hampshire's innings back on track, and they slowly did so, finding the occasional boundary. Curran then broke that partnership though, clipping the top of McManus's off stump, 83 for 5. Rousseau was able to pick up his fair share of boundaries before he was dismissed by his compatriot Morkel. The South African out just 4 runs short of his half-century. Just an over later, and with the close of play drawing closer, Berg did his side no favours, falling LBW to Clarke. Hampshire suddenly 121 for 7. There was still time for Clarke to strike for a 4th time. Taylor caught by Borthwick, having scored only just 5. The tails collapse continued when Abbott was bowled by Curran, the hosts now 9 down. Just 3 deliveries later and Clarke had his 5 Edwards caught behind, Hampshire 135 all out. As day 2 came to an end, Surrey skipper Burns indicated that he'd make Hampshire follow on when day 3 began, and trailing by 233 runs, the home side now faces an uphill battle to avoid a heavy defeat.